Hello everyone. It's James again. And before I start today's video, I just want to quickly say, all work in this video contains 100% original content of and by myself James Smith, otherwise known as Bgood 4000, and was uniquely created with NAWMAL software, by myself James Smith. As I purchased commercial rights from NAWMAL to produce my unique and original video with this software. Commentary is uniquely my own thoughts, feelings, and expressions. Now that I have that out of the way, I do hope your day is going way better than fantastic and your journey to self-betterment is going way better than fantastic as well. Today I wanted to talk about something very important and very serious. Well, it's always serious when we are talking about toxic people. Toxic people that do really horrible things to innocent people. And in one of my last videos, I addressed some of the things I and many of you were subjected to growing up. And that was and is narcissistic abuse, along with Munchausen Syndrome by proxy. And for those of you that don't know what Munchausen Syndrome by proxy is, it's when usually a caregiver or parent, they induce you to either think that you're sick, by the way of suggestions and or coaching, or they will flat out make you sick by putting stuff in your food or drink or whatever. Then you have this ongoing problem no one can figure out. And they gain supply. Narcissistic supply from being the so-called loving parent. They're just trying to save their child. My mother did that with my health. Or she tried to anyways. Though I rejected it as much as possible because I love to exercise and take good care of myself. However, my brother, who at one time loved to take care of himself too, he finally folded and became a sickly person. Why? Because my mother worked on him and worked on him and worked on him. Now, in my opinion, most people that are involved in Munchausen syndrome or Munchausen syndrome by proxy are likely narcissists or somewhere in or on the spectrum of. However, I came across a horrible story that makes me think in this case, this mother might not be a narcissist. Keywords are might not. Now, is it clear this woman has a ton, and I do mean a ton, of problems? Yes. But based on her response, she didn't sound like a complete narcissist to me. But then again, her response could be to gain sympathy and to have an out. However, I've heard narcissists try such things. And it didn't sound like this woman. So yesterday a woman named Jessica Lynn Jones of Texas was arrested for giving large doses of Benadryl to her 4-year-old daughter in order to induce symptoms of body tremors and possibly a seizure. Oh Lord. People, you can't make this stuff up. You just can't. And it's looking like she's been doing this for a while. And supposedly her daughter has been seen for a lot of other problems. And allergies. And a bunch of other stuff. Who knows how much is true and how much is completely a lie. But after being cornered by the police when alerted by doctors, she first tried to deny what had happened. Then she came right out and said she is a horrible person. That she is a habitual liar. That she doesn't love herself. And she doesn't like who she is. And that she's tired of hurting people emotionally and medically. And that she wanted help. Now, first off, I'm glad they are getting this child help now and today. And hopefully this child will never have to grow up in this woman's care. And this is why I've said before, we need to start pushing for more fair custody laws. Look. We don't know. The father could be a complete and utter deadbeat. But he might not be. And I say that because many of us here grew up with a narcissist mother. And many of us have the exact same story. The system automatically believed all of our mother's lies simply because she was our mother. And our fathers got ruined in court. Utterly ruined. Simply because he was our father. Now, this isn't to say there aren't narcissist men or fathers out there. There sure are. I believe evil has no gender. You have evil men and women both roaming the earth like their father Satan, looking to see who they can destroy and ruin. But the sad thing is, We have a system where it says 99% of the time the mother is the best choice for the sole parent. And the real only way most men have a shot at being in their child's life if he wants to be, is the mother has to be literally strung out in the street in a cardboard box. And even then, the system will do whatever it can to keep this so-called mother in their child's life, instead of doing what is right. Being blind to who is who, and doing the right thing and seeing that mothers can and do inflict harm on their children's lives as well. And again, I don't know in this case of where the father is. He might be an awful person. He might be a great person. But with that said, if the system wants to do what is right, truly right for the child, they would have a blind system that wouldn't automatically say one person is by default better than the other person before hearing all of the facts. However, in this case, we can clearly see this child would have had a terrible rest of their life had these doctors not noticed what was happening and stepped in. Now why is it that I think she might not be a narcissist? And I say might, because she might be. And here's the thing. Before I even go there, it's possible she might be a narcissist that is glitching. Here's what I mean. Sam Vaknin talked about before what it's like to start to feel and understand what they are. And he said it's a feeling of self-hate. But that self-hate eventually gets replaced with narcissism. I'm right and you're wrong. I'm better than you and you're not better than me. Mistreating others and finding pleasure in it. All of this masks and takes away the feeling of utter despair from the narcissist. Otherwise they would feel like just plopping down and dying. But their grandiose self takes center stage and they live with this mask of narcissism their entire life, to cover up the sad truth of what and who they are. So with that being said, I think it might be possible. This woman might have another problem. A serious problem at that. No matter it be a personality disorder or mental sickness. Or a combo of both. Or possibly she is a narcissist that fully hasn't let her mask take her over yet. And she actually spoke the truth about what she is feeling about herself. You see, narcissists know what they are doing is wrong but hide it. And that's the one thing that makes me think she's not a narcissist. Could she be lying to avoid jail time? Yes. She sure could be. But the strange things she was blurting out beforehand leads me to believe something was breaking in her. Something was going wrong. And she might have spoke the truth about how she was truly feeling about herself. Which she is a terrible person that is a habitual liar and she causes lots of other people pain. The reason for me making this is not just to highlight this story, but to get people to think. Do you really believe the system cares about you and your children? And how many of such children will live in such a way and it will never be caught? And that child will grow up with all kinds of problems and now they will be in society as an adult trying to figure out life. Some will barely. And some will end becoming a narcissist themselves, repeating the cycle of evil and pain. Something to think about. Well, that's all I have for today. I do hope your day is blessed. And until next time. Bye for now. And be good to yourself.